Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Last episode, we got our first block of the Stargate, and we have quite a few more to go. Now, I did kind of look up how this is supposed to be formed, and I'm not sure if that was a updated version. It looked a little different, but it kind of gave me an idea of what we are going for. And we will, I'll probably, well, I know I'll build something a little bit nicer than just a random Stargate in the middle of the base. But I figure if I kind of start laying it out, it kind of gives me an idea of how much we have of it built. Now, I think you kind of like, I think you basically, from what I am getting, is you kind of build that, and then once you have connected them all with like the correct blocks, it forms a Stargate from what I am kind of seeing. I could be wrong though. Let's see. Looking at this, which does give us the thing. Yeah. Because now I'm looking at it, 8 Stargate ring blocks, 7 of these, and then one of these chevron blocks is replaced by the Stargate base. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Controller goes there, or the base goes there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the ring blocks. So, all right, yeah. So that, I do believe that is the thing. So, yeah, the base would actually go there. We could actually, maybe I'll do different so we can get like, so that's going to be like the base, and then sure, Triton Stone. These would be the Stargate ring blocks, and then the stone ones are, oops. The stone is the chevron blocks. So that is kind of what, it's kind of similar to that a little bit. The Alfheim portal. All right. But like we've mentioned, if I actually want to use this, I actually need 2 of these, which that drastically increases the amount of resources that we need to go into this. I have gone ahead and I did let the world run, and I just turned it off, but it did craft up to 12 of these. I crafted up 5. I did 5 and then overnight, and then I let the world run throughout the day. And yeah, so now we are up to 12 of those. And I'm thinking, originally we did the 12 for these. How do I want to do this? I mean, this is this recipe. I don't like it, because it does require quite a few of those in itself. I'm like, should this be the first one we build, or should I build the rest and then work on that one? Usually I do the most expensive one first. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I kind of feel like we should go... Well, let me get that up and running. Actually, I could have just done the chevron block. Yeah, that neutronium thing. Man, 100 million is not enough. Usually, like, if you have more, then if you store more than what the craft is, then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, because we're consuming it in the thing. I just curious. Let's see how much neutronium we actually need. Because I do have it set to autocraft up to 100 million, but I guess we need more than that. These numbers are just getting so big, it's kind of crazy. Man, is that almost 2 billion it wants? Also, we have an absolute ton of infinity. Where is neutronium? Neutronium. Here. Alright, so that kind of wants almost 1 billion. Alright, maybe I'll adjust this to keep 1 billion in stock, maybe. Because that error is super annoying. Okay, so I've just crafted up all that neutronium, and I was like, why is like nothing running? And then I was looking at the thing in here somewhere. I think it's, yeah, molten, and like there's nothing going in the crafty bus. And then I was like, where is this? And by doing the shift cling, like it wasn't popping up the location of it. And then I just happened to notice there is one flickering over here. And I realized it's because the recipe isn't big enough. I need to cancel that. And I know this, I've talked about this a few times, that we actually need to increase the recipe sizes. I have just been avoiding it, like avoiding it like the plague, because it's very time consuming. But alright, there we go. We crafted in such huge amounts that we really need to have it maxed out kind of like that. So try this again. What was that? 100 million? 1 billion? Alright, so there you go. You could see now it's crafting way more. Although, like, the recipe is so fast. As you can see, we're doing 35 million. Like, there's only a few of them actually working. That is hilarious. But, yeah, that is much better. Now you can see we're actually crafting it up much quicker. Alright, so as opposed to, I don't even know how many minutes I was going to take. We're already done with that. That's hilarious. So, yeah, that is really something I need to work on. The problem is, like, vast majority of the stuff we don't really ever use. So, me spending time putting the recipe in here, doubling the pattern 10 times and putting it back is just kind of pointless if we don't actually use them. So thinking maybe I really should just go through go through like each one and figure out what we need to change. I don't know if that would just take more time than just fixing everything though, but I mean, there's literally thousands of recipes, so it's like, that's a lot of time to switch them all over. And the other, I guess I could have switched. I'm just thinking, I'm like, if we had just done that from the beginning, like, it probably would have been better. But also, when you first start making these recipes, like, the molten recipe we've had in there for hundreds of episodes, like, I don't necessarily want thousands of ingots when we don't need it at that point. Just kind of like wasting resources. I don't know. But yeah, we are crafting up the next ring block. I might again take a look and see. Basically, you can usually tell if the crafting is not keeping up with like the scheduled kind of thing. I don't know. It's hard to, like, you could tell this put enough in because it's crafting all of it. It's just waiting on the processes. But usually you can see like yeah, that is waiting for that. So everything is, it's a bit more nuanced than that, but yeah, I'm not, see, nothing's like, nothing's jumping out. And plus, you can also usually tell that we have idle processors. So that tells me it's not struggling to keep up with the crafting. Whereas before with that neutronium, that was like, it was at 0 the whole time. Yeah, see, I've fixed a lot of these, which is, has sorted a lot of that stuff out. All right, anyway, well, let me craft up the next ring block. We'll come back. Okay, we are back. It's actually been quite a long time since the last recording, like a day and a half. And I've had the world running the whole time, and everything was chugging along, and we had kind of a minor little issue. And I had left the thing on, crafting up the Stargate plates, and I do have another of those Stargate blocks. So I have 5 of the plates and 3 of the Stargate chevron blocks. So we are chugging along here. What happened was we actually ran out of power. Because with the thing crafting up the Stargates constantly, it was constantly running all our advanced assembly lines. And as we know, they draw a ton of power. And it's kind of my fault for letting it run for as long as I did without checking on the world. And as we can see, a lot of, turn around here, a lot of the stuff has turned off as these the crafting, because it was trying to craft and we ran out of power, so a lot of that stuff had shut off. I don't know, the problem is I don't know where everything is that got shut off. Also, I'm just thinking I might want to have that turned off, because we have 23 billion molten infinity now. Probably can let that stay off. We have some hydrogen, but nowhere near the same. So the problem is I don't know where all the things were that were running at the time. I think a lot of these have turned off. Yeah, so there that is. Unfortunately, that is a real pain. I have stopped the recipe. Like, I canceled the recipe that was running. Because I didn't want it to keep trying to craft up. But some of these still have resources in them. And this is a real pain, as we can see. I'm gonna have to, like, go through the entire base. Or basically just craft stuff, keep starting to craft stuff up, and then seeing where it stops. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, since most... Man, I love just hearing the bass run. I love it. Ah. Yeah, since most machines all run, like for these crafts, like if the front one isn't turned off, the rest probably aren't. Oh, but like... Tangum got shut off. Yeah, so long story short, don't let your base run out of power, because it's going to be a set time. The QFTs are all turned off. Thankfully, the Eye of Harmonies... the Eye of Harmonies hadn't all shut off, since we have so many of them. So when they finished, it put power back in the A system. So they could keep running, but yeah, it was that first initial when everything ran out of power and shut off. It was sad. Right. Thankfully... Actually, maybe it wasn't as bad as... Oh, so there we go. So these shut off. Thankfully, it looks like we weren't crafting up as much as I thought we were. I was like worried like every single one of these was shut off. But it's kind of like... It might take me a little bit of time to get these all back turned on. Alright, let me just finish this row. Like cutting machines, and then we have stuff on Mars that might be shut off. Oh, these are shut off. Oh boy. So, long story short, don't let your base run out of power when you are AFKing. Yeah. What I think happened is the assembly line shut off. But then since we didn't have any stuff running, then we were able to start building up some power again. Alright. I mean, it is kind of satisfying hearing everything turn back on. I checked those, right? It's like just random like machines over here. I'm like just finding the stuff. There's my phosphate. May want to... Nah, I'll leave those. I was just thinking, we don't process this tricalcium phosphate fast enough. We do have 12 billion and lots of phosphoric acid. Oh, that's turned off. Alright, so it is pretty annoying, not gonna lie. And trying to figure out what broke. So that's why I just canceled. It was trying to craft up a Stargate plate, and yeah. But this is pretty much where we're at. Just crafting up Stargate parts, and I really, other than just increasing some recipe sizes, I don't have a whole lot to spend time on, really. It's just basically crafting stuff up and fixing some errors here and there. Did all my things start? Yep, let's see, all these turned off. Oh boy, what a mess. What a mess. Wish there was an easier way to go about doing that. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of this wasn't maybe specifically crafting at the moment. I just realized, okay, this didn't turn off. Thankfully. Because that would have shut off my pumps. Wonder if it was the nanoforges too. So I love how I just have the random part of the clean room there. Alright, those didn't shut off. Those didn't shut off. These all shut off. Alright. Anyway, I'm gonna keep doing this, fixing the base, and we'll come back. Alright, I am just getting the next one started up so I can make sure we got everything fixed. We'll see some issues pop up, and hopefully, like, it'll get stuck if we have forgotten something. But yeah, other than that, we are good. Like I said, there are still recipes and stuff that we can fix, but a lot of this stuff isn't, like, this just sitting here isn't taking up processing. I am kind of curious what is... Yeah, a lot of these wafers, I should probably switch those, although I thought I did a lot of those. Yeah. I should switch them all to bigger sizes. Maybe I'll work on that. I'll just throw a reminder up there for me to do that. Alright, but like I said, we are kind of running out of stuff to do. As I'm looking at that, I'm gonna throw another... I totally did that math wrong. Oh well, it doesn't matter. 234, not 244. Yeah, just because these still take an insane amount of time. 7,000 seconds. Although we could switch these to UXV now. I just do a manual craft of that and then let it work while we are not doing it. But that is stuff for the Eye of Harmonies, but we're not crafting up Eye of Harmonies right this second. Although we probably should continue crafting up more and more. But I do think I do want to build something for the Stargate. Not necessarily in there. I mean, that building's not overly exciting. It's basically just a big thing. Although it does have the numbers for my name in it. But I'm thinking maybe we'll do a Stargate like out here, and then I can have, you know, maybe it looks kind of cool with the base, but okay, I won't do stone bricks. I promise I won't do stone bricks. But I have no idea what I am gonna build this out of. Probably something pyramid shaped, because that is kind of what the Stargate looks like. How many layers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 8 layers. Just kind of going off that. I don't know. Guess it. Well, I don't know how. Well, I do know how big it is. It's 5 by 5. I just don't want to make like a absolutely massive platform. This is just me eyeballing the size. 7. Maybe we should do 9 by 9. No, because then that would be. How big would the. We do these. I think I am actually gonna start placing these in the world, and then we'll do the base last. Just because it kind of gives me. Every time I look at this, I'm like, I really should just do this first and get it out of the way. I always do that. But I would like to kind of see it start coming together too. Alright, base, or this probably needs to be even. I think this probably needs to be even longer. I don't know. I will kind of mess around with this. It gives me something to do while we are crafting up the Stargate. Alright. Sometimes it's kind of annoying that the grass expands and then it screws up my my builder's wad. Alright. So if we do this. Oh no! I keep doing that. Well, we're going to Mars. There's Mars. If maybe not 8 tall, maybe 5 tall. Say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I guess it would have to be 5 by 5 up here. That I may just test out like what a real Stargate would look before I commit to this. But I think because it's obviously it's not going to be quite that big. Like that's going to be the controller. And then yeah, I think that maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'll kind of mess around with this. I am not a good builder in any way. We don't have any bricks. I just kind of want. I'm just trying to see kind of what. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. We'll mess around with it a bit, but all right. Any I'm definitely open for suggestions, but I definitely do think we want to do something kind of cool for the Stargate, but it's starting to take shape for sure. Maybe I'll just do 3 tall. I don't know. Ah, see, this is why I don't do a lot of aesthetic building, because I am so bad at it, and then I end up just having ugly shapes and stuff. But we're definitely not going to make it out of bricks, for sure. I just need to figure out which one. What's the name of that? The shows all the... Oh man, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to find it. There is a mod that has lots of cool looking bricks, and I don't remember. Z-Tones. Isn't it Z-Tones? Yeah, this has all the cool looking stuff. I don't know. I'll look around, see if we can get something cool with that. But yeah, there we go. We're building the Stargate. That is for sure. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.